Hey, how it's going? EVO 2025 just passed, and I gotta tell you, all the announcements, everything that went down was amazing. But we already know, Marvel Tokon took the whole EVO show floor by storm. Don't get it wrong, don't get it twisted. Every announcement at EVO 2025 was amazing. From Invincible Versus finally showing off Omni-Man, towards KO giving us deep dives on the game, and baby, that Virtual Fighter 6 gameplay looks so good. But Marvel Tokon came out swinging this EVO. Mind you, they didn't even do a character reveal. They just said we got a beta. Also, I was in that beta trailer. That's amazing. Like, I don't know, I'm still stuck on that. Just can I talk about that? Yeah, that's it. However, what I've noticed for the past week is that everyone that has played it has been referencing many and various different Arc System Works fighting games of its past. Some people are saying Tokon has elements of Guilty Gear Strive, some are bringing up Xrd. I even saw a Persona 4 Arena comparison, bro. Regardless if you agree or disagree with any of those different statements that came out about people's first impression, it's proving one thing about Marvel Tokon. Arc System Works is evolving in the fighting game division. If they're taking elements from all different types of fighting games all together, this might be one of their best projects yet. And I'll be honest, this ain't the peak for modern fighting gamism. But I decided to go deeper and get somebody that I know really close, really well, and that's been playing Arcsys games for over 30 plus years at this point. I brought on the one and only Shinkensou. He got the chance to play Marvel Tokon exclusively early and give me some of his footage to use in this video. If y'all do not know who he is one of the chip player extraordinaires of Guilty Gear Xrd and one of the Guilty Gear veterans of the past. He even placed in one of the early EVO grand finalists, coming out with some of the craziest gameplay you can ever see, bro. And not only is he just not good at Guilty Gear, he has placed in Street Fighter and various other fighting games as well. So I decided, let's bring back Yaya's Corner. This is season 2 of Yaya's Corner, my podcast that can come monthly, weekly, or whenever they feel like dropping. But that being said, I want to give y'all some incentives to drop more. If you're already enjoying Yaya's Corner and want to support me more as a content creator, I have channel memberships as low as $1 or $2. I know it's hard out here in this economy, man. I get it. So you can get early access to new videos, new uploads, and everything else in between. We trying to move along fast and get y'all some exclusive first looks at some things. So make sure you lock in there. But enough of that mumbo jumbo. If this video hit over 100 plus likes, let's take it easy this time. 100 plus likes for the first season 2 of Yaya's Corner. I even go deeper with some other tag fighting games that y'all might want to hear about on this channel. Let's get it. The like button, sub up, and let's go. What is good? What is poppin', everybody? It's Yaya, and we back. I know a lot of y'all have been asking, what the hell happened to Yaya's Corner? Well, we are back with more Yaya's Corner, and we're bringing the one and only Shinkensou on the first episode, and y'all get to have some exclusive footage about the future and gameplay from EVO of Marvel Tokon. So introduce yourself, buddy. How you doing?
Well, name's Shinkensou. Kensu, pick one. I'll respond to all of them. And that's me. That's who I am. Happy to be here on a new episode of Yaya's Corner. Happy to talk about Marvel. Tokon's amazing. That's it.
Okay. Now, here's the thing. Now, for a lot of people that don't know, I was going through it about the game. Like, the beginners play video pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I was in the Discord with my homies, and I was mauling. I was like, there is no way they finna make, like, a bootleg version of some tag game, right? Because I was inherently salty that I was like, oh, it's gonna be 4 health bar. Like, they're not gonna do that. People can't handle 2. So in my brain, I was like, all right, they're gonna make it like BB tag. And my vision was, all right, you get the one character, you can rotate the characters, of course, but the different assist works like BB tag, like, because each character has 2 to 3 assists in BB tag. So I was like, okay, cool. Then they finally give me the how to play video. I'm like, what the hell is this? So I was like, you know what? I might not be playing it. I had to be honest. Everybody asked me where that video at. I didn't upload it because I knew I was gonna get dragged. It would have been too early. Then, come less than 12 hours later, man, Kenso, he gets the opportunity to play, you know, with beautiful 4K footage, Marvel Tokon. and like I went from like a like 75% to like I'm buying a collector's edition. I have to be transparent. I'm getting the collector's because the gameplay provided everything I needed to know. Even if there's things I may not like down the road in the gameplay, which would be very rare. Now that I've heard people talk about it and play it, literally, I'm still gonna be here because it's Marvel. So, how did you feel when you first got to play Marvel Tokon? That's what I really wanted to ask.
It's amazing.
Okay.
It was like just the presentation was crazy. And me being big in the comic books, like not just Marvel, but just comic books in general, because I used to, draw and do comic book things like that, because I have family that do it. Seeing the comic boards as part of like the layout presentation, I'm like, they really did their homework on this game, and like just comic books in general. So it's not just a Marvel game; it embodies comic books. Okay. So for me, I'm just like, okay, it's like when you pick a character, they're all in blue, and then like you actually like when you highlight them, it's like blue, and then you select them, and they get full color shading and whatnot. I'm like, yo, really? It's almost like looking at Photoshop while you're playing a fighting game.
Oh, you know okay. I mean? That's crazy. I mean, you see it unfold as you're creating, and that makes that's really important. Like the presentation of Tokon and fighting games in general matters a lot. Right, even though I'm one of the people that like I could play some ugly ass games sometimes, but you know what I'm talking about. But point still stands. I do care about the presentation. Does it feel or look like the thing that they're adapting or homaging to it? So you saying it goes beyond just a Marvel game? It's a celebration of comic books. Is beautiful because now we know that just from you saying that the roster is probably not going to be just rivals or some Ultimate Alliance. It can be anything from Marvel, and that's really good because there's so much they can have. And they even talked about potentially Marvel Tokon can get support up to 10 years. That is crazy for a fighting game. The last game I think of that was close to it was probably gonna be like, I mean, GTA. Like, Fortnite might be on its way to it too. But that's insane for a fighting game. That right there is like, why not invest in that? Like, I think that's just a big thing to talk about. So I want to ask about Tokon just to get some clear understanding. One big thing I'm really interested about is how did it feel? Like, what 3 games, if you had to pick like pieces from other Arcsys games, what stood out to you?
I would say it moves and feels like Guilty Gear Xrd. It has the tech roll and tech chase system of Blaze Blue.
Okay.
And then the assist system is BB Tag.
Oh, say less.
I think it's all 3 of those games combined. And like when I played it and I did my first air dash, I knew I was in love at that point. I was like, a regular air dash, like not to hate on Strive or anything like that, not to put Strive in a bad place or anything like that. Strive is great, right? But like there's no stall. It's just boom, air dash, boom, forward and back. And they're not like, not too short, not too long. It feels just right. So I'm like, okay, thank you, Arcsys. Thank you for a normal air dash. So yeah, I would definitely say it's those 3 games though, if I had to pick.
Okay. I think that's crazy because a lot of people were talking about the auto combo system and they were calling it like Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising Tag. And that's an interesting concept, but I don't think it's like that because the game has both the motion inputs and the regular inputs. So how did you feel about that system in this game?
Okay, so you can still Gatling into light, medium, heavy, but it takes the thing from fighters where you have a pure Gatling string from light only, medium only, heavy only. So that's to help like beginners, but also they do play a role in like extending combos. You can also go like light, medium, heavy, or light, medium, heavy, or something like that. Like it does help you out, but it's not truly a necessity. So it does. I don't know. It I guess I should say it pulls from fighters as well with that part of the auto combos. The special moves and the command input. So like special input, rather easy mode input, and like regular inputs. It feels fine. Like, I like that it's just in the game. And like when talking with the devs about it, I agree with them that like you don't have to like select it. It's just there. So when you're ready to try it, you don't have to be like, let me go back to the menu, select modern controls, and then go back into the game. It's just do it right there. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But it's everything in the game is designed to just get you in there to start having fun. Because from what they told me, it's basically like fun first. And they prioritize fun for the people who want to play the game because they know there's a lot of Marvel fans. So they want you to get right into the action and feel like the Marvel character that you're playing. So
so they're worried about, they're really just worried about just making a game for everybody. And I think that's important because you know, if you look at Marvel vs. Capcom as a series, Marvel is always the game that everybody glamours over, but you don't see it reflective in the player base or numbers and how many people that play it. So that's interesting that they're probably trying to just like normalize this type of thing. But the next question I want to talk about is the controversial one. For me at least, I'll speak for myself, but how do you feel about the shared health bar compared to the single health bar that we used to?
I think personally, I think it's the best thing that happened to a team game.
Oh, dang. Okay.
And the reason being is in Marvel vs. Capcom, you lose a character, you lose a key function of your team. Right. In this game, since you don't have to play your full team, you just focus on one character, your team stays in sync. You don't lose it. And the other part of that too, with the shared life bar, you still have to build into your team, because if you don't build your team, you don't get to extend your life bar. So it is important to like do the wall breaks to try to get your teammate, or if you lose a round, right? Let's say you didn't get your partner all the entire whatever round you're playing, right? You lose, your new character comes in automatically. They come in, hey, I'm ready. You know, you lose again, you say you didn't get them. Hey, we're all here. You know, assemble.
Yeah, right.
Like the thing that they kept saying to us is assemble. Assemble is like the key, like function, like the key word of this game, is to assemble the team in order to build into like what's necessary. So the shared health bar doesn't really bother me. I think it's cool because, like I said, you just get to keep your team you get to keep your team in. It's just there. You don't have to worry about. I lost Dr. Doom. Man, my team's dead now. I can't play the game. No, he's still there, and you can just play.
Okay. Because I felt like that was a big concern when it came to. Like I was telling everybody, this is not Marvel vs. Capcom 4. For the 1,000th time, I have to say this again. This is not MVC 4. I want MVC 4 as much as the next person. This is completely something different. And I think the big thing to talk about with this game is that it's interesting that a lot of people, like I have a friend that, like, for me, the soul of tag games is like, all right, how can I cook when I'm down 2 characters? But then again, you just know you playing the game on hard mode. You turned it from easy mode to Dark Souls, right? So I get it. And I had to realize before this game came out, I had to put my, like the meme, put your hand on shots, like, Yaya, let it go. I had to tell us, like, let it go. Because, like, literally, you weren't in here. But, like, I was sitting there in the call, and everybody was just mad as hell at me. And I'm like, bro, I don't know, man. This might not be the one. The gameplay not looking good to me in that beginner's video. And then I saw the gameplay. I saw your gameplay, and I'm like, yo, this game is... As soon as I saw the air dash, I just fell out. I was like, finally. Yo, like, again, not to hate on Strive. A lot of people don't know, like, I'm working on the Strive project anyway. And, like, my biggest complaint with Strive is I don't even hate wall breaks anymore. That doesn't bother me at all anymore. Like, I'm completely over it compared to how it was when the game came out. But when you dash in that damn game, bro, it start from here, and then you gotta wait till he move, and then they dash. And I'm like, did y'all just want people to just 6P everything? You know, but like my thing is, seeing the Tokon movement is so important in a tag. That is one of the most important things in tag games. So I'm happy to see that you do like that they're finding a middle ground, because this is a good change. Now that we've talked about it, I do think it's a very considerable change for people that was probably afraid, like, damn, I gotta learn 4 characters. You know, another genre of game when the FGC people say that's a problem why they don't want to play. You know what I'm talking about. SNK fans. But literally, I do really think that's interesting. But the next question I wanted to ask you, which character do you think is the most fun to play? Like from what you played?
Star-Lord.
Star-Lord? Well, of course you're going to say Star-Lord. If y'all know him, you know he's the Star-Lord. So we knew he was going No, but
free.
Star-Lord had like the Dante like gun thing going on. I was like, oh, that's his cousin. I was like, yeah, that's his cousin from space. You know, well, from... I forgot where Star-Lord's from, but like literally US, but somewhere. But literally, I was like, oh, that shit, he could combo that long. I was like, okay, I see what the game is doing. And now that you put the idea of a symbol in the game, it does make it interesting. Because now I'm like, all right, I think the big thing that needs to happen is like the game talking about in progression to everything coming together. So that's interesting. Let's talk about the sound. How did you feel about the sound design in Tokon? Like, what's something that stood out to you?
It's Arcsys.
Yeah.
There's nothing to say. They just killed it. The music is good. The sound effects feel good. When you hit your opponent, it feels good. When you move, it feels good. Everything looks and sounds great. Like, it embodies even like the 90s cartoons. Like some of the sound effects are like updated sounds you would hear from like X-Men 97. So it's like... Yeah. It's Arcsys. Arcsys has never failed at sound design.
Okay. See, that's fair. Cause like even then I was like, all right, cool. But now I gotta ask the controversial question. I brought it up a few minutes ago. How'd you feel about the wall transitions, wall breaks, and Tokon? How do you feel it differs from the other game?
Irrelevant.
Okay. See,
it's just the way the game is designed. From my observation and really zeroing in on what the devs was telling me while we were playing, which I thought out here. For some of the people who are watching the footage, you probably see moments where me and Justin kind of just stop and just pause. It's because the devs were talking to us about the game while we're playing, right? And essentially, like, everything is designed for you to think. It has the chaotic parts of the game, but they slow part of the game down so you can be like, what's happening? How am I losing? Why am I losing? So, unlike Strive is sort of the same, right? The wall transition in Strive is pretty long, right? In Tokon, it's not as long as Strive at all. There's no bonus damage. The only thing that you get is your assist,
right? If
you didn't already have it. So if you wall break with the super, there's no hard knockdown. It's just you tumble and it's like, all right, back at it, kind of like fighters, right? So when the wall break happens, it's like, okay, you can assess what's happening. How much life do I have? How much meter do I have? How many, like, I guess we'll just call it hero stocks do I have for my assists? What's their life bar? What's their meter? How many hero stocks do they have? Like, you get to assess a situation on both sides and decide what you want to do once the transition's over. Because the minute that your character tumbles up and they put their dukes up, it's go time again. There's like little to no downtime once your character tumbles and they put their fist back up. So it's not a factor.
That's an interesting thing to me because I think the big problem was a lot of people have an issue where, like, I got you in the corner, now I lose my advantage. People hate the corner. And it's like, wait a minute. I'm gonna let you cook. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm interested on it.
I'm gonna give you this one. Okay. This is an early bird exclusive that I'm gonna give just for you. I'm gonna talk about it in my video. This is gonna get people thinking. What if I told you you get to pull something from Smash into this game? Would you believe me?
No.
You ready for it?
All right.
You can pick stage. But hear me out. There's 3 parts on the stage: the middle and the 2 walls. Okay. You can choose the starting point on any stage. Which means if I lose, I can pick stage. If I'm player 2, I'm gonna take the left side of that. So I have the corner at the start.
Damn, that's hot. That's kind of hot. Cause like now, you get to get resources. Yo, that's insane. Cause like
and hold corner. So that's the reason why in the footage, when someone wins or loses on either side, it swaps.
Oh.
So the advantage and disadvantages change for the wall. So stage select and starting points matter.
That's cool as shit. You should have told me that. Y'all don't know I love my Smash Bros. If y'all been on this channel, I play anything Smash as long as it look cool. I love everything. So that is one thing I do love about fighting games, especially like even slight Tekken. Like I'm like, all right, I don't want to play on this damn atmospheric stage. I don't want this damn stage transition hurting me. So like, just the way you have to adapt to the stages too is one of the coolest things to me. So that just added a whole other layer that I really like. Cause if I'm losing, bitch, we going to the left. We starting at knuckle, we buck. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. I'm already thinking about it. I'm like, wait, I need to, if he cooking me this fast, I need to get my stuff faster than him. So what can help me do that? And knowing me, because I've been hearing everybody talk about it, I'm probably going to play Kamala on point and Storm, right? And then Iron Man, of course. But literally, oh my God, that just changed the game. That just really changed
I'm telling you.
Y'all don't understand. That's hype as hell, man.
You get to really, really, really like, there's just a lot to think about in the game. It doesn't seem like it at first because everyone's just looking at it for face value and like, it doesn't do this, it doesn't do that, it doesn't have this, it doesn't have that. And then, like, I'm telling you from experience, the game has, the tech roll system. There's air teching now. It's not like Stride where it's a soft knockdown no matter what. On the wall, there's wall tech. You can tech trap any which way you want. All those BB tech traps you do when they tech roll on the ground, they're there. All the tech traps you do in the air and all the BB tag, Guilty Gear, Blaze Blue,
Central
Persona.
Okay.
They're all there. They're all there.
Wow, so Arcsys must have took all of the best elements from all of their games to make this so far. And that is really exciting. But the next question I'm going to ask is, since you played it, do you have any gripes or concerns about the game so far? Anything that you feel like could be worrisome or feel like it could probably hinder it with more playtime? Right now, remember everybody, they did have exclusive playtest and playtime with it. They didn't have like 90 days with it. So that's a whole different discussion when we get there. But anything you see that could potentially be a gripe or anything else, or you just generally love what you play? Like,
I would say so far, it's hard to find any flaws at the moment because of the limited playtime.
Right.
I think one of the things that might be concerning for some people, and I would say this is a concern probably for some people, not necessarily me, is that much like Guilty Gear, supers are not as important. So like DHC is good, but not as important as EX moves. Is what I think.
Okay. The supers do damage, but EX moves do a lot more over time, right? So like, what do you mean by that?
So the way you build meter, EX moves do more damage, and like they open up a bit more doors for you than a super. A super would be good if like you want a wall break. Or you want to run. I want to say wall break. Well, I don't even want to call it wall break. We'll just say you want a stage transition, right?
Right.
Let's say you want to transition just to get your assist and just do whatever. Let's say you're not close enough to the wall, but you know that, like, let's say Kamala super pushes him towards the wall. Then you DHC into Kamala to be able to get to the wall for the ability to gain the next assist if you need it. That makes more sense. But EX moves essentially just offer you more utility. I can't say more damage yet because I don't know enough combo routes or anything like that.
Right.
But there's just more utility there.
You feel like, more utility, especially in a tag game. More utility means more chances to win neutral than just going for the super to break the wall when you could probably do it some other means. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, see, I get that 100%. I think the next big question I want to ask is, now that we know Tokon is obviously looking to be the fighting game of 2026, regardless if you like it or not. It's gonna be very big. What are some features you would like to see in Tokon? Like, just speak it out there into existence right now.
Number one, replay takeover.
Okay.
Number one, replay takeover. It's already gonna have rollbacks, so I have no problems with that. Let's see. Well, I would hope its rollback holds up as strong, if not better than Strive. I hope the rollback's as good as Street Fighter 6, if not better.
Okay.
I do hope that there is a 8-player tag mode, kind of similar to Team of 3.
Okay.
Even though I felt some kind of way about Team of 3, I think it will be interesting, at least for this game.
Yeah. Okay. Be fun little event mode. My big thing I want, and like, this is so nerdy now, and it's because I've been playing Grand Blue. The frame meter got to be in every fighting game. Like, that is something that I'm like, I'm not gonna lie to you, it made training mode 10 times more fun for me, because now I'm like, like, you use it to see how things work in real time, but it does this thing ADHD to my brain. I'm like, wait, it's like the winner is, and it starts. I'm like, damn it, I did it wrong. Can I get better? The winner is. I'm like, like, I don't know, that I didn't realize how much that was, because it's a Street Fighter. I realized that's why I played a lot of Street Fighter 6 and messed with the training mode, because I want to see how far I can push that bar. Not even just for like the help of the game. It just made me realize, oh, I'm spacing this out wrong, or I'm doing this too late, too fast. And to me, that is more easier to see what I'm doing wrong than the input registry. I hate it when people say, look at the input registry on the side, because I'll be like, okay, I know I did the input, so why the fuck it come out? And now you frustrated, right? But now that I had a frame meter, I'm like, okay, I'm just being slow, or I'm doing it too fast. Now I just like that. That's a big fighting game, like, nerdy thing that I want. But other than that, I know everybody's probably asking costumes. Like, like that's the one thing they gotta just get better at, is the costume.
Yeah, costumes would be great. Oh, I'll just add one more thing to it.
Go ahead.
Give me Psylocke. All right, moving forward.
See, that was another question I was gonna ask, because I was about to say, all right, if Pachi came up to you right now, he said pick 4 characters. Now you can't use Psylocke, right? You got to pick 4 characters. These the 4 characters you want. Who would you put in the game after playing it?
Daredevil. I can't use Psylocke, so
yes, you can't use Psylocke. Yeah.
Daredevil.
Okay.
Gambit, naturally.
Okay. Ooh.
Magic.
What? Okay. All right. Yeah. All right.
Definitely Magic. And I would love to see Arcsys take on Panther.
We haven't had a. Yeah. It's funny. It's so many other fighting games, like even the tag ones. Like the last one I think about, the closest to a Panther that I liked was dude in Power Rangers from Battle for the Grid.
Oh,
that's the last time. Daishi, yeah. That I'm like, okay, this could have been Black Panther somewhere in another timeline. For me, the characters I would like to see, because I haven't played it yet, but number one, if we doing the Blaze Blue thing with the Rachel and the Wind, I gotta suggest a couple characters. Number one, Magic's perfect, because in my head it's just S, right? Like that's literally it. S is one of my favorite Blaze Blue characters. I would definitely love them to see Wanda, Scarlet Witch. I want to know how they would do that type of character. Again, that's something that's really important. Now that we know we got characters with floats in there, go ahead and get Magneto out the way.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And just for the meme of it, literally, I just want Captain Marvel. If you play MVCI, you know that character's raw. Regardless if you don't like the character or not, that's it. I literally already got most of the people I want in the game already, surprisingly, so I'm cool. But you know, when you get a character in the game and then you don't like how they play, now you like feeling stupid. So it's always good to ask for more. I've had that happen before a couple times, like especially with a couple games. But yeah, I do think a big character I would just generally really want, and a lot of people are gonna hate me because I say this every time we have a game like this. If they don't stop playing and show me goddamn Venom, like I know he already there. I know they made him already. I don't even like big body characters, but it's Venom. That will break my rule. Venom is the one for me that, like, just get him out the way, Arcsys. But yeah, I think pretty much we covered a whole bunch of bases about Marvel Tokon. I didn't want to take so much time about it because I just generally asked, how did you feel about Marvel Tokon? And the last question I want to ask, when do you think the game's coming out? Because I feel like it's a February ass release.
I think so too. I think it's either February or March.
Yeah.
I think this game, basically from playing it with all the system mechanics, this wasn't something that was made 6 months ago.
Yeah.
It's Arcsys, and they always go all out with their system mechanics, and they really think things through more often than not. Not now, before someone roasts me and saying, "Well, look at Strive," you always have to remember there are people making video games, and there are not machines. People use the machines to make the games, which means people make mistakes. So with that being said, I definitely think Tokon has been in development for at least a few years, and there's definitely some characters that are made and already ready to go. But February, March.
Yeah, February, March. I feel like because Evo's in June now, April, May, June. It got to come out March, April. It's one of those. It got to be one of those. I don't know. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about with Tokon today. I will throw up some gameplay. Shout out to Shinkensou. He will be providing the gameplay primarily. Make sure y'all go check his channel, his Twitch, and everything else will all be linked in the description down below. This is the first episode of season 2 of Yaya's Corner. And we out. Peace. Yeah.